Welcome back, y'all. It's your girl Andrea Alexis with Power You Podcast. Back with another episode. I got Coop in the building. Coop, how you feeling?
I'm good.
Coop is good. Coop probably cheating. You cheating? Or you just picked any random two? We got a special guest in the building with us. We have DeJuan Ford. How are you feeling?
Oh, man, I'm feeling real good. Feeling real good. Blessed.
Thank you for joining us. Oh, yours not good?
I'm going to keep him, though.
She said, I'm going to keep him.
I don't know if I want to answer him the way he put his hand down like that.
Hey, dog, I really appreciate y'all having me.
Yes, thank you for joining us.
I always love, doing podcasts and interviews. I love to talk, so.
And for the people who don't know, you're an executive producer, you're an actor. What else do you do? Are you getting into directing?
No. So like the directing part, I'm not really interested in that because it's so much, So I kind of like to give aspiring directors opportunities.
Okay.
So like me, I'm more so I like doing stuff either straight behind the scenes, as being a producer, or I like being in front of the camera. So I really, I kind of like giving, aspiring directors, an opportunity to go out and do their thing because it takes a special person to direct films.
Yes.
And I'm not really ready to take on that challenge right now. I ain't gonna lie to you, it's a lot, trust me, it's a whole lot when you got to get everybody in order and. When things, not going right, you got to pivot, you got to do all that. Like, I really don't have enough patience.
Yes.
Or it is like the older I got, I kind of developed like ADHD. Mm-hmm. I don't know if it's social media or the phones, but I can't really focus on something for that long to even, direct somebody. Like, I got to be moving around doing something else. So, I leave that to them. Shout out to all the directors, man. Y'all doing y'all thing.
People.
What you got in that cup?
Man, I've been off the Crown Royal Apple, man. Like, my homeboy put me on it. And like now, every time I'm on set, like and anybody will tell you, man, I got a nice fifth of Crown Royal Apple on deck because it give you a nice little, ain't like no tequila, no vodka,
it's like
it's
a calm, like a chill.
It ain't chill,
but it gives you. It don't be bad. It don't be bad. It's a little.
I remember the first time I drunk that I was driving from Ohio.
Oh man,
I didn't know I was drunk.
Why you was
straight up?
Yeah, and then it just kicked in. Everything got blurry.
Yeah.
I've been there before.
You was drinking the apple or the
apple?
Oh yeah, man.
When it first came out,
you must have drank too much of it.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Because I wasn't getting drunk when I first started.
Oh, you wasn't feeling it. You was.
I was like, where the fuck?
She did that before.
I like, where the fuck the buzz at?
She took like 8 shots in the car at one moment.
Yeah, nah. See,
we got in the club and she was done. I'm not gonna post the video.
But this the question. This was the question. Why you got a yellow cup? Is it because you light skin?
No.
When you driving
I knew the light skin joke was coming. I knew it was. So look,
he got a whole yellow cup.
Right. So the reason why I got a yellow cup is because I was running late, or at least I thought I was running late.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I got to hurry up because I forgot my drink and everything, but I didn't want to bring a glass out the crib. Mm-hmm. So this was like one of my kids' cups.
Yeah.
So
that's what I was.
This was the first thing I seen. So I just grabbed it because usually I have a red cup on
right,
deck.
but when you driving, they won't suspect that.
Yeah, I'm like, what you drink? I'm drinking a little
That's
Kool-Aid.
That's the kids' apple juice. Stop playing. They
but
left
and that's the reason why I got the bright yellow cup because that's all I could grab.
The first one.
Okay.
I'm like, man, because I'm trying to shuffle everything, man, shit. Because I had my nephew was over. So, we got a birthday party to go to and all that. So I'm trying to get the kids ready, take them to my sister's house, do this, whatever. I'm like, oh, shit, I need my drink for this interview.
I need my drink.
So I had to hurry up and grab the cup up real quick, man. So that's why I got to.
We ain't going to ask you nothing to stress you out.
I needed my drink for this interview.
For real,
we don't be doing that too crazy.
Unless you want us to.
Nah.
Right.
Listen, don't stress the people out. No, don't stress them out. We want them to come back and give good reviews on our Yelp
up.
So how many kids you got?
3 of them. Yep, I got a 9-year-old son. He plays football, basketball, and all that good stuff. I got a 7-year-old daughter. She's a cheerleader, and then I got a 6-year-old. And he just now stepped foot into this youth athletic, field, and he went crazy, man. Shout out to Liam, man. Liam. He was on, like, they got a little flag team. He scored 4 touchdowns Sunday.
That's good for flag.
Yeah. Like, he was going crazy. And it's like, he like the biggest kid out there. But he's the most coordinated, the strongest, the fastest. So it ain't like he just a big kid. He just out there just big, whatever. like he was. Everybody come up to him, interviewing like, man, your son was doing this, man. So yeah, shout out to Liam. That was his first ever game.
They about to be
playing.
trying to get him on their team.
Yeah, no, for real. But see, the benefit was, and I don't want to get too far off topic, but see, my oldest son, Wani, he's been playing
So he
competitive
kinda
sports
taught
since he was 5 years old. We've been traveling to Atlanta, St. Louis, Ohio,
Oh, wow.
basketball, football. So Liam, he been going against Wani for the past 4 years.
Yeah.
So now he's just like, man,
He the man
you know,
now.
He see little 6-year-olds. He's like, oh man, this, I could go against a dog every day at home.
So you see your kids.
This ain't nothing.
So you see your kids following in your footsteps.
Well, see, my kids are actually better than me.
That's
at
what's
sports.
up.
So like, what I tell people, like even with my oldest son, he's as good as I was in football at the age when I was 15. Like when I tell you, man, like when I played wide receiver and cornerback, in high school and all that. We passed the ball one time a game, if that.
Right.
Man, my son last year, they was on 8U, bro. It was 8, 9 years old. They threw the ball half the time. And when I tell you, I can show you some footage on Instagram. He out there catching 80-yard touchdowns,
Wow.
running jet sweeps. Like, I wasn't doing no stuff like that when I was 8 years old.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Just being real shit. A lot of people, they like, oh, this generation, this, that, and the third.
Yeah, no, they.
Oh, man, my kids, they're better than me than I was at their age.
Yeah.
Hands down.
I feel you.
That is
Hands
amazing.
down, bro.
I know mine's better than me at sports. for sure.
For real. And basketball, like, man,
All
these
that.
boys, man, they be traveling. One time we was at a court in Cincinnati, bro, and they had home court advantage. There was so many fans yelling and talking shit to the kids, man. My
Wow.
son, he was so poised. And
Yeah.
he's out there just doing his thing. I'm like, man, if
Nah,
that
you
was me
think
out
about
there, I'd be...
Talking shit
Daddy,
back.
can I
You know what I'm
cuss?
saying? Like they out there just hooping like it's regular, man. You know, mind you, he's like 5 or 6 years old, and like when I seen that, like and just knowing, when I played in high school, like man, the crowd, you hear that
Yeah.
stuff, man. But like as a
Yeah,
5-year-old kid,
roll
he's
off.
out there just doing his thing. I'm like, yeah, he's special for sure. And I ain't just
Wow.
saying it just
Yeah.
because that's my
Because
boy.
it's your
He
kid.
You
can
know,
ignore
like-
the crowd. He destined for greatness.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
for
can
real,
handle
for real, bro.
himself.
For real, for
sure.
real.
Now,
real.
childhood. I know you got 12 siblings, right? And,
Yeah. Yeah,
moms worked at the theater and everything like
Mhm.
that. Now, outside of that, how was your childhood? Like,
Man, honestly, my childhood, I couldn't have asked for a better childhood. Just when it comes to my parents and their support. Of course, my mom, she worked a full-time job. My dad, he was off doing his own thing, but he'd pop in every now and then, drop off a couple dollars, and make sure I had all the fresh Jordans or whatever the case. And then, really, man, to me, my friends, man, were really important in my development.
Yeah.
Like I had really solid friends growing up. Like we came up through kindergarten together. Like our community, we kind of talked about it earlier. It's different, nowadays. But like we was outside from 9 a.m. to 10 p.m. You know what I'm saying? Like my friends, we all kind of helped raise each other.
yeah.
Because our parents, back then,
Working.
they working full-time jobs. My dad doing this. A lot of my friends didn't have dads, so they mom working full-time jobs.
Yeah.
So, we kind of raised and policed ourselves, so to speak. And I always took pride in being a leader. I was like a 4.0 student. I played, sports and all that type of stuff. I always took pride in just being different. You know what I'm saying? Like, even when I graduated high school, like, I had, like, all the little honor society banners and all that stuff. People thought I stole it because I was like, I was just one of the kids. They like, nigga, you ain't smart. You know what I'm saying? But the whole time, I'm showing up to school every day. I'm getting A's. I'm doing my work. You know what I'm saying? But I was able to navigate through, Detroit and still, get my education.
Your
I went to
academics.
college and everything and all that. But just kind of touching on my childhood, like I had a bunch of friends and we all locked in still.
That's what's up.
I'm trying to get them into this industry because it's really going crazy right now.
Right.
So I'm trying to just get everybody on board, man, because there's a lot of opportunity right
That is amazing.
now. Yep.
Now, was it Eastern you graduated from? No, okay. What you do there? What was your degree in?
So I don't want to like
Oh, okay.
get too far off topic, but see, initially I was supposed to go to Michigan State, but anyway, long story short, I had a scholarship to go to Michigan State, but I didn't pay my deposit to stay on campus. So I had to wait until January. But I was so pumped up to go to
school.
college. The only school that was still even accepting kids was Eastern.
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go to Eastern for a semester, then I'm going to state.
Yeah.
But then, I ended up going to Eastern. I met a couple girls. A couple of my homeboys went there, and I was like,
Stay.
Gotta stay.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
working
Like
degree.
I'm gonna go ahead and just thug it out and just bang it out. But I graduated in like 3.5 years. I was like, man, I'm tired of school. Like, I gotta get out and make some money. Yeah, because it was just. They had you taking all these classes and all this stuff. It's like, come on, man.
Pertain to what I'm coming from.
Basic classes.
Yes.
Exactly.
I mean, when you take your basic classes, you'd be like, what the fuck I need this for?
Exactly.
No, for real.
Because you're not using none of that stuff.
They just trying to make.
So then you were what? You became a cable guy. You started working for that.
Yep.
Now,
Yeah.
What made you be like, all right, this ain't for me. I'm gonna get more into into the entertainment industry. And what made you shift?
Okay, so what happened is, when I graduated Eastern, I came out in 2008, and I was during that recession where everybody was broke. So I always came with the mindset, hey, you graduate college, you're gonna come out with $100,000 job just waiting for you. You know what I'm saying? So shit, I'm trying to get these interviews at these banks because I went to school for business finance.
Okay.
So I'm like, everybody's selling me this dream. Oh yeah, man, you got your degree, you good. I'm like, shit, man, I had long hair. I didn't cut my hair off. I didn't, put suits on and everything.
I'm being serious.
And nobody would hire me. So I had a buddy that was doing cable, and he was making good money. So, like, people, they kind of look at the cable guy like, nigga, you doing cable.
No, they be making some money.
Yeah, so really, like, the cable guy is a great legal hustle. You know what I'm saying? Because, you get paid per job. So you can bang out 10 jobs a day, man, and like no BS. Like we was making $3,000 a week.
Yeah.
Doing cable, and on top of that, like we doing cable in the city, so you can move around, talk to I would stop at my dad crib, stop at my girlfriend crib. You know what I'm saying? So it was like a lot of freedom.
Yeah.
Work never felt like work. You know what I'm saying? Because you just pulling up to different houses, hooking that cable up, and you getting the fuck on.
Right.
So I had a homeboy like, nigga, I'm making all this money. Like, fuck it, I'm gonna go ahead and do it. So that's how I started doing cable, and then I learned to start my own thing. So I started my own company, and then I just, everybody, they loved me or whatever the case, so they came on board. So that's how I started my Ford Communications.
Yes.
So pretty much I just contracted with Comcast, and I stopped working the field.
Yeah.
I just deal with people, all day. Issues. I got trucks out there, so they might have a flat tire. I got to get their flat tire fixed, the oil changes, you know what I'm saying? I got to deal with customers or whatever. So now, and I still do that to this day.
Okay.
Like, I wake up 6 o'clock in the morning and just deal with bullshit every day, but it's my job.
Yeah.
But anyway, how I got involved in the independent film industry, my homeboy Solo, he actually had me doing a podcast. He was doing Oso Radio with Randy Rosario. And he had a relationship with Thomas Harris, one of the guys over at Moolah Films. So he, came on. They was talking. It was Thomas and Martell Lane. I don't know if y'all know, but Martell passed away.
Okay.
Probably about 3.
He's an actor.
Yeah, he was he was in all the movies.
All the
He
areas.
had the braids.
Yep.
So Martell and Thomas, came on the podcast, and we were just kicking it. It's like how we doing it right now. So I'm like, man, I gotta be in the next movie, whatever. Whoop whoop. So anyway, this is around the time where they were shooting McGraw Ave. So I seen they were shooting it. Thomas hit me up like, man, come on set. We need some extras.
Yeah.
Like, all right, bet. So I came on set, and the rest was history, because it's like when I just seen the whole process, just like behind the scenes, like I just got bit by the bug, and I just fell in love with the whole process. So as we talked about earlier, it was just more so me just building my network.
Yeah.
I'm just talking to different people, whether it's actors, directors, or whatever. I'm just just being myself.
Right.
And that's really what led me into the independent film industry.
That is what's up. And you are a part of, got parts in First Lady 2 and 3, Indictment, The Diamond Girls, Pepper Heart. Like, your catalog is growing and going.
Yeah, no, it's really going crazy. So, kind of what happened. So after I did McGraw Ave, I just did really primarily extra work.
Okay.
So what happened was I auditioned for a spot with Moolah Films. It was a movie with Murder Payne and everything. I was gonna play Murder Payne's like arch nemesis. You know, what I'm saying?
Okay.
We was beefing or whatever. You know, so I won the role. So anyway, long story short, I actually got cut from that role.
Oh shit.
You know what I'm saying? So
Do
they
they
called me.
tell you? Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So we had a whole table read, and you know the next day, you know their production manager called me, and she was like, yeah, you know, whatever, whoop whoop. I'm like, okay, whatever, you know. So when she telling me, I'm like, all right, whatever. And then after I hung up, it hit me. I'm like, hold on, man. Hold on, you don't cut me. Like I'm DeJuan Ford. So I got to Carlin Thomas and Moolah Fields and everybody. Like, hold on, dog. Like, nah. You know what I'm saying? But it's like I said, you know, and it's all love because what that did to me was that's how you got executive producer DeJuan Ford because the way I felt in that moment, I said this should have never happened to me ever again in life.
So
you know what I'm saying?
So let's back this up just a little bit. Explain to people what a table read is.
So a table read, okay. So initially, you got your casting call or your audition or whatever, where you actually kind of fight for the role. So I won the role. It was mine. So the table read is kind of like your first rehearsal, where it's just like you get the whole crew together and y'all just kind of read all over the script. And mind you, I'm like brand new and all this shit. So I had all my shit memorized. I'm in that bitch extra and everything. Like, you know, add my little sauce onto it. And everybody else still reading straight off the script. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just straight up, you know, me, I'm the only one. I'm just like, you know, freestyling, doing my thing, whatever. So, but anyway, my bad, man. Shit, I got a problem. I was like, when you tell me something, I get talking about all type of other shit. But anyway, a table read, it's just when you get the whole cast together and y'all just read the whole script. So that way, the director and the producer, they can kind of just get a feel for
the chemistry.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying, the chemistry. You know how long it's gonna be. You know, like everything. So that's what a table read.
So how many screens? Well, how many movies have you been in?
Man, shit, and that's the reason why I wanted to take notes because honestly, at this point, bro, I don't even know. But like, I want to say 10, but then I feel like if I say 10, I'll be like, shit.
I forgot about that.
I forgot this one, but I think the last time I counted, it was like 10.
Okay.
Yep, it was 10, and then I just recently did one with Lisa Brown, the producer and writer of Dirty D. We did a film called Make It Out.
Oh, yes.
So I want to say I'm at 11 now.
So, have you ever been on set and forgot your line and just kept going?
Yeah, and that's no, for real, bro. Like, and that's one thing that I do all the time. Like, people, they be like, "Damn, nigga, you never forget no line." But see, the thing is, you gotta act like you didn't forget it. So where people fuck up is they forget a line and then they stop and they tell everybody, "Oh damn, I forgot my line." Like, man, when I tell you everything that you see on Tubi, all that shit, it probably was something I just made up.
Oh shit! He said everything, not everything.
Real, because it's like, you know what I'm saying. So like, as long as you know like the main points of your scenes.
The important stuff
like
too.
The fucking director, they're not sitting there looking at the script like.
Oh no, you said that wrong. It was 4, not 2. Like,
you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, they're not gonna.
They just know the groove of it.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I got you.
As long as you consistent with it, and as long as you actually get out the points that the director wants.
Yeah.
Like you good, cause I always, man, forget stuff. Even like the movie I was telling you about, to Make It Out.
Yeah.
It was a whole scene that I didn't even know I was supposed to do. So I had to memorize the scene in 1 hour.
Oh, damn.
Right? So I'm like, all right, bet. I got this. And when I tell y'all, I killed that shit, but I made it DeJuan, though. You know what I'm saying? I didn't go word for word. Like, I read it, several times.
Put your feel on it.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, bet. I got it. And that's the same thing I do with all my movies. Like, I never remember word for word. You know what I'm saying? And see, like, when you in rehearsal and all that, directors, they like, oh, no, you're supposed to say this. But like when you actually shooting, man, they ain't, so it's just advice for anybody that want to get into acting. Just keep going.
Just do
it. They only know you fucked up when you tell them you fucked up.
Just do it right at rehearsal.
Right, exactly.
Don't fuck the movie up on set, man. Don't do that.
No, I'm telling you for real. But it's like I said, but as long as you just know what you know what I'm saying, the whole point of your scene.
Of course.
They ain't gonna know.
No.
They ain't gonna know.
The collaboration or over competition line. I
Yep.
agree with that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Elaborate to the people what you mean.
So pretty much, one of the biggest issues that I see, just in our community, in the black community,
Mm-hmm.
is we're so trained to just compete and just with the crabs in the bucket mentality. It's just like you want to keep pulling the next person down. So I feel like, and what I do is I just try to put out good energy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Not everybody receives it or or gives it back or whatever the case. So what I mean by collaboration over competition is I just want people to know it's okay for us to work together.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's cool. So it's even like when it comes to competition, I'm probably the most competitive motherfucker y'all will ever meet. But it's certain. It's a time and a place for that.
Right.
If we on the basketball court or
Yeah.
we playing Madden or doing whatever, yeah, I'm trying to kill you. But when it comes to business and life, you know what I'm saying, and you talk about us just bettering our lives, for our kids and just creating a better environment for our black people, like we have to work together. You know what I'm saying? Like if we all put all of our resources together,
Yes.
whether it's money, our our
Knowledge.
knowledge or our resources or whatever the fuck it is, if we can pull that all together and work together, man, we can move so cold and so efficient. And that's
Man.
one thing that I love about our independent film industry.
Mm-hmm.
When I tell you, like, everybody from Lisa Brown, Darren Brown, Dennis Reed, Moolah Films, like, when I tell you I can call them and ask them for whatever, like it's like that, and vice versa.
That's
You know
what's
what I'm
up.
saying? And that's one thing that I do love about our industry is we really kind of taking on that collaboration over competition model, because even though we are kind of in competition, but it's like, hey, if y'all go on Tubi and watch Dirty D, the next movie might be Tina and
Yeah.
Lori, or it might be First Lady 2, or whatever the
Exactly.
fuck. So if y'all loving Dirty D,
Detroit
shit,
got a whole catalog,
you-
a whole
you see what
team
I'm
of
saying?
people who,
Mhm.
yeah.
so it's like, shit, I can sit around here and be like, oh yeah, Lisa Brown movie sucked, or whatever the case. But it's like, man, come on, no. I
Yeah.
work with Lisa Brown. I work with Dennis. I work with Moolah. Like, watch they movies. And
Yeah.
then when you done watching that movie, watch my movie. And
Okay.
then watch their movie again.
Right.
And
You know
then
what
tell
I'm
a friend to
saying?
tell a friend to tell a friend.
Right,
To
you
check
feel
out the
me? So
Detroit
it
catalog.
ain't got to be like that, because we all building and growing together. So it's just kind of like this independent film industry here in Detroit. It really breeds that collaboration over competition, and that's something that I've been standing on for like the past 10 years now. Because that's just really just amongst my own family, man. Like
Yeah.
I can't even get my own damn family to work together, because everybody want to compete.
Oh, tell me.
You know what I'm saying, or whatever, man. It's just it's sad, but I just
Right.
keep on putting it out.
So let's get into these questions.
Your first one you gonna ask.
Well, on these cards,
Yeah.
oh man.
I know, right? So everybody got one. They like, oh,
Oof. Okay, so if I interviewed your exes,
oh shit.
what would they say about
Coop, you know, you start first.
you?
My exes,
Yep.
depending on who you interview,
They all gonna say something different.
they all gonna
This is just.
they all gonna be like, he cool,
Mm-hmm.
but he work a lot.
Yep.
That's what they gonna say.
That's what they gonna say.
So
Or-
that's it.
And he horny as hell. They probably say that. I'm sure they gonna say that.
No, that's the first one you think they gonna say. I'm for sure they gonna say that. My exes, what would they say? Did I let a good one go? Well, you know, we know that. But anyway, they be like, Dre is cool. More people are gonna say I'm cool, and I'm trying to think like it should be no bad blood. You know what I'm saying? So we ain't friends like that. He like, but they gonna say for sure she cool. She could be a little crazy, but it depends on what the situation is that makes me crazy. So let's
Okay.
start cool, crazy.
See,
She's a good vibe.
you see, y'all gonna try to play it cool. So okay, I was gonna play it
crazy.
cool.
I
Don't
said
play
the
it cool.
crazy.
I ain't playing cool either.
They for sure gonna say I'm crazy,
Okay.
but I'm cool. You can't say I'm not cool, cause
I ain't out here beating up bitches and shit. I'm just saying.
nah, that's some different stuff.
That's some different shit.
That's a whole different
You
ball
need to be in
game.
jail.
I don't know what you about to say.
No. So okay, so I had like for real. I've had exes from like high school
Yeah.
and stuff like that.
Do that count?
Right. That's the whole thing. But
Okay.
then like in my
adult years.
Yeah, in my adult years, I had one girlfriend and then my wife. I've been
Yeah.
married 10 years now. And
Yeah.
then my wife and I, we've been together for 12 years, since 2010.
That's what's up.
But my ex, right before my wife, she probably hate me
Yeah.
because everything that I gave to my current wife,
She wanted. Or was looking for.
she wanted, and I offered it to her, but it was just kind of like things just didn't work out.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it was just kind of like, we just had a moment. It was just like,
Yeah.
this ain't it.
It's not gonna work.
You know what I'm saying? Like the conversation wouldn't hit no more. The sex wouldn't hit no more.
Y'all grew apart.
Yeah, it was just like, it was just time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I don't feel like I necessarily handled the situation the best way. I mean, because mind you, I'm probably 21, 22, at the time.
Yeah.
And the only thing I really knew was just to get the fuck on. You know what I'm saying? And then the next thing she knows, she look up, nigga, I'm married.
Right. Like,
got kids.
He
Like,
didn't
hold
go
on,
start
you know
a
what I'm saying?
family with
So,
somebody. Like,
yeah,
no,
like
he
for
didn't.
real. So I think even to this day, she probably still feel away, just kind of seeing the type of man that I become, the type of husband that I become, the type of father, that I become. Because that's really what I take the most pride in, like being a dad, man. Like
That's important.
I love this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I tell people all the time, they be like, oh, I don't want to have no kids because when you have kids, you don't have a life. I'm like, nigga, my kids is my life.
Yeah.
Nigga, my kids, nigga, I literally, I'm at a point in my life where I can make my schedule around my kids. Like, motherfucker tell me, hey, I need you to do this. Well, shit, Wani, he got football at 7, whatever.
Yeah.
We got to find another day. You see what I'm saying? So, like, I love being a dad. So, I think for her, just kind of seeing me, as a husband and a father, I really think, to this day, she probably still hate me because we kind of, we discussed a few things, earlier, when we was off air, but it's really a shortage on black men that really give a fuck. Unfortunately, you know what I'm saying? And I don't check in on her or nothing like that, but I'm pretty sure she ain't found a nigga like me. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is real shit, So I really
lost
think
a good one, huh?
Yeah, I mean, for real, man. Just and I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but it's just like certain things that I believe in. Just as far as just raising a family and just being black in general, bro. Like, man, a lot of our people just so fucked up in just so many different ways.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like I try my hardest to like debunk all the myths and all the shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I try not to debate on social media, but it's certain topics that just kind of I'm like, nah, nigga, I gotta
it's
chime
that
in
one
on this.
topic.
You know
We're
what I'm
talking
saying?
about what is it?
So the most recent topic was so the lady, she was talking about, I don't understand why couples buy a house before they get married, right? So I'm like, all right, well, everybody's situation different, but I'm gonna just give y'all a couple different scenarios, right? So it's just like for me, with my wife and I, the house is actually in her name, right? Because we talked about me doing cable, so I met a lot of different people, whether it's Chinese, Chaldean, white, whatever. So I'm learning as well.
How they
I'm talking to
do
them,
stuff.
whatever the case. So one of the guys, he explained to me. He said, because this was right before we was about to buy a house. He like, no, because they always told me that both spouses had to be on the mortgage.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
No, that's what they teach you. Yeah.
Yeah, they like, no, your wife and you got to be on there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But that's what the white man wants you to think.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Mess
So
up both of y'all credits.
exactly. So he like, hey, you put one of y'all on here because for one, you got this big mortgage on there. It might look good to you, but when you're trying to get a car or a credit card or whatever, you got this big mortgage on here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You might fuck around and get denied for a credit card or whatever the case. But anyway, then I had another guy. He told me about his cousin or whatever. It probably was him doing the shit, but it was a Chaldean guy. He actually owned a house. He wasn't legally married to his wife. His wife had 5 kids and she was on Section 8. So he owned the house. His wife, and he was living in the house too. His wife and kids. His wife was getting Section 8, paying a mortgage
that he owned.
That's
You see
That's
what I'm
living.
saying?
Okay.
So it's like dog had the ultimate cheat code, but then like on this Facebook post that I was talking about,
Yeah.
I seen so many. Oh no, if I buy a house, it got to be in my name and his name. This nigga, he ain't about to leave me with no house, no whoop whoop. Oh yeah, niggas do this, niggas do that. And it was just like, man, our people, we so behind on so much shit. It's like, and I took responsibility as a black man. I said, us black men got to step up and do better.
Yeah.
I didn't put blame on the female or none of that stuff. So I just taught about the different scenarios. It's like nah, cause a nigga try to do this. I said, well, why even marry a man? You know what I'm saying? That you would even think would even do something like that. Because at the end of the day, yeah, the house that I got, it's in my wife's name. I got insurance. I got life insurance. I got disability insurance. So even if I get injured to where I can't work,
Right.
they gon' stay.
good.
You know what I'm saying? And if some God forbid something happened to me,
They
shit,
good.
I got life insurance.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or if some was to happen to where we got a divorce, whatever, I'm still gonna make sure that house note is paid because
Kids.
it's exactly and because of her, it's like I feel like another thing us black men do, we don't value the mother of our children enough. It's like nigga, oh that's just my baby mama. Like nigga, this the mother of your kids. You know what I'm saying? Like but then it's crazy because it's like. We love our moms and shit. It's like, oh, my mom is everything. But then we treat our baby mamas like shit. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's just like, to me, like, this is, I could never even.
Because how is it the same, right?
Yeah, you feel me? Like, this is my son and daughter mother. I'm just dogging her out and just treating her like shit.
But I love my kids, though.
Yeah, it's just like, to me, I don't get it. Like, I don't give a fuck what happens between me and her. She's still the mother of my children, so I still have to take care of her. Whether it's financially, mentally, or whatever it is, I gotta make sure.
So you still take care of her if you were somebody else?
I mean, but see, okay, so like with me,
depends on what it is.
Yeah. But see, like what I did with my wife is I taught my wife how to get her own bag. So like my wife, she got her own salon, she got credit, business credit, and all that type of shit. But to answer your question, yeah, I would though. Like even if she had another dude or I was with somebody else, whatever, I still make sure the bills and everything is taken care
Whatever
of
she need
because
help with.
I kind of feel like as a man, I can't get in my feelings and get mad because she fucking another nigga.
Right.
Oh, I ain't about to pay your bills. You doing this,
Let
doing
that
that.
nigga do it.
You know what I'm saying? Because more than likely, like my wife, she loved me. So if she was to leave me, it's probably because of something I did. Like for real. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm just being 100. So and even if she was to do something to where she left me, she got another nigga, I can't get into my feelings to where I'm like, nah, nigga, I ain't, fuck you, I ain't doing this, I ain't paying your mortgage. Like, no, because she's still the mother of my children, so I got to take care of her so she can take care of my kids.
Because if she's stressed out, struggling to take care of them, they gonna see all that. Now we got
for
bigger
real,
problems, right?
because I ain't gonna lie, because I can't take care of no kids by myself. You know what I'm saying? I can.
No, you just gonna have the next thing come through, right? And do it.
You feel me?
Like, what is this?
Exactly,
No.
and then that's the whole thing. Then even at that next thing, she can say, "Oh, I love your kids like they my own."
And then don't treat them right. No,
it
ain't gonna never be the same.
Never be the same. Even with a nephew or whatever, you will never love and treat nobody like they're your own kids.
Unless you actually.
And it's just not gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? Like on no level at all. Like your kids are your kids.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
definitely.
Like them mine. You know what I'm saying?
Kids,
I never say I'm gonna treat somebody else's kids like I treat my own.
Yeah.
I'm lying to you.
Yeah.
Straight up.
But I would do my best to take care of your child for sure.
Right, exactly. But I ain't about to treat them like you Wanda, you me, little Liam. It ain't gonna happen. You feel me? It's just not gonna happen.
What is my?
Let me ask mine first.
Yeah, I guess so. 'Cause I'm still thinking about- No, never mind. No,
What?
you talking about? No, because that means I have to answer first. Whatever, just do it.
You know what? I'm gonna do this.
You want to switch one?
Nope. Touch one, and I'm asking. They both crazy.
They both crazy.
Shit, well.
Just touch. Ooh, okay.
No, then it's.
No, it's too late. It's too late.
God, here we go. All right.
Okay. We gonna let him answer first.
Okay.
Yeah.
If your child told you he or she was gay, how would you respond?
So it's kind of crazy because I've had this thought and this conversation before, so it's just
I think
like
every parent do, right?
right. So it's kind of like to me, like, and even I be watching my kids now. I be
Yeah.
like, man, like I be looking for any little tendencies and shit. I'm like, nigga, I'm like, hold on, you know what I'm saying? So it's like for me in the here and now, if one of my kids was to tell me that, especially one of my boys. I ain't gonna lie, man. I'd be pissed off. I'd be ready to whoop his ass. Like, I ain't about to give y'all no political answer. And, I'll be cool. No, motherfucker. I'm about to beat your ass until you like girls again.
So you like them again.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and that would be my initial reaction
Yeah.
to it.
Yeah.
But I think eventually, like, my grandfather-in-law, if I can call him that.
Yeah.
But his son is gay, so I kind of look at him and how he handles it, and and I think that'd kind of be my motto as well. At the end of the day, I'm saying that I'm being funny now that I whoop his ass, but that's a really serious matter. And I mean, shit, he's still my son.
Right.
Shit, I don't want to just disown him or whatever the case. But I ain't gonna lie, I'd be pissed off, man. Like, bro, like you missing out, man. Like
sure
women are just so like, come on, why you want to go that route, son? You know what I'm saying? Like, god damn.
Does it make a difference?
What about,
Never mind.
it could be girl or boy. It says he or she.
I know. I was about to. We're not gonna get into that, but okay. I'm the mother, right? So, a part of me, of course, you want your kid to follow your footsteps. The Bible says, type of thing and everything like that. Like, I would want to have grandkids from all of my children one day, right, of their own. So I want y'all to be. Anywho, long story short, right? I would feel away, right? But I wouldn't be all like, oh my God, why would you? I don't think I would do like that because I'm y'all mama.
Right.
Y'all know what my heartbeat feel like on the inside and vice versa. And I want y'all to feel as though y'all could tell me anything and feel comfortable because I'm the first person that you're sharing this with possibly. Mm-hmm. I don't want you to feel away because this is what you're into and you feeling like now the whole world's against you because a lot of times what we do, we want that validation from our parents. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And then if the streets are already hard on me because I'm into the opposite sex, like I want to be able to have a relief at home and not my mama against me and all that. So, of course, I probably give my opinion like, I don't think personally it's right, but I'm for sure going to have your back.
Yeah.
And then you got to ease me into that now. Like, see you walking through the house and my daughter is in her brother's clothes and stuff. Like,
What?
I'm saying, that's a part of it.
But I feel like your daughter, it'd be...
It's different.
Why?
And that's the thing. Like, I hate to be biased
But that's how I set
we
up.
We're going to get
It's
into that
different.
after Coop answer what his answer will be.
I mean...
Because Coop has how many boys? Coop got a whole football team of boys, so...
I mean, if one of them said that, I'd be like...
Be honest.
Depending on how old they is.
Oh, now it makes a difference.
It do make a difference how old they are. Well, not really.
Okay, so what
I mean, if they 5 and say some shit like that, boy, shut the hell up. But
But you gotta listen to it because
I'ma listen to it.
That they felt that way.
I mean, yeah, I'm gonna listen. But I mean, I'm gonna be mad. I ain't gonna be too mad. I'm gonna be like, that's what you choose. That's that's I still love you. That's your choice.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna tell you this. I'm bringing that shit to my house.
He said, do not bring that shit to the crib.
Yeah.
Why are y'all saying it's easier for your daughter? Why?
Cause it's okay. We'll put it like this. I put it like this. I don't know how he'll put it. I put it like this. You walk in, you see your daughter get ate out by a girl. Oh, okay.
Ain't no okay. I'm for sure.
I mean, not all okay, but you gonna be mad, but you ain't gonna be as mad if you walk in to see your son sucking a dick. You asked.
I don't want to see none of my kids sucking, sticking, licking.
But it is saying, like, I mean, unfortunately, there is a double standard.
Yeah, it's a double standard.
You know?
We even go further than that.
I ain't say you want to
You can go real far. You walk in, you see your daughter having sex with another girl, like they just rubbing coochies.
So you was just rubbing coochies.
Okay, we saying that.
Okay.
You walk in to see your son getting his butthole drilled the fuck out. Which one hurt worse?
Definitely. You know, and it's like I said, and it's a double standard because it's like we're men.
Yeah.
So it's just like as a man, as a man, what the fuck I'm talking about? But as a man, but it's like but it's it's just more accepted for us. Like okay, all right, whatever. But it's like man, as a dude, like just taking that route, man. Like it's definitely kind of like.
These questions will get somebody fucked up.
No, honestly.
For real. But see, my other ones actually, it's easy, so I'll pick two.
Well, I don't know if
I
should answer this because this kind of.
What we just said?
No. Talking about
we wait on.
And stuff, but, okay. Tell me about your 3 closest friends and what influences they have on your life.
So I'll go first because I kind of touched on it earlier, man. So my friends in general played a huge role in my life. We all went to college. We're all pretty successful.
Yeah.
And it's like I said, we really kind of policed ourselves growing up. Because we grew up in an era where our parents they was at work, doing their thing. So it was kind of like it was easy, for us to get into the robbing, the selling dope, whatever. I mean, like, and just being honest, like the only thing that we was really into, my core group of friends was really like having sex. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit. I ain't drink. I ain't smoke no weed. None of that. Like shit. We was off until we was hooping
Girls.
and we was chasing the females. You know what I'm saying? So that was really the only type of distraction that we really had. Like outside of that, I'm going to school and it's like I used to tell people, I'm like, man, I love school, man. School got everything I need. They got the females, they got sports, and they got my homeboys. You know what I'm saying? I was able to get fresh in my jabot and all that and that stuff. And that's what we used to wear back then. You know what I'm saying? Like I love going to school. Like school had everything I needed. Like I didn't care about smoking weed, drinking, selling dope, robbing niggas and that type of shit. Like everything I needed was in school. You know what I'm saying? Like I go to school. I take me a lady home. Before football practice and. Bring her back, shit, in time for her mama to pick her up and shit. I go to practice and whoop whoop. You know what I'm saying? So like really, man, my friends, I had a great core group of friends, man, overall, and I was definitely blessed because we could have been on some whole other bullshit. We had people that was on that robbing shit and all that, and they ended up in jail, dead or whatever, man. Like shit, I'm 36 now. Like I made it. I'm starting to get gray hair.
Right.
Like I never thought I see myself, getting gray hair. You know what I'm saying? Just shit, being a black man growing up in Detroit.
You gonna get them motherfuckers here.
You know what I'm saying? For real. So shit, them bitches they popping in. And and my kids they be laughing at me, but to me this is
growth.
Yeah, it's like man, shit, I made it. You know what I'm saying? Like shit, my hair thinning, I'm getting gray hair. Like nigga, I'm getting old. Like nigga, I made it.
I'm
you
living
know what I'm saying?
life.
Like shit,
What about you, Coop?
What was the
3
question?
closest friends and how they have
influenced me or something?
Yeah, influence your life or influences they have on your life.
I can't really say 3 closest friends.
Okay.
I can say like groups because it's like I hung with different groups of people. Like we got the wild group, we got the more settled group, then we got that group.
Right.
So I say the more settled friends, they taught me like basically how to run a business, how to stay focused on certain stuff, and that helped me doing with certain things. Then we got what was the other friends?
Those not so subtle friends.
Those
the
wild ones. So the wild ones, they taught me a lot too. They taught me how to deal with certain situations. Don't let nobody punk you. Don't be no hoe in these streets. Taught me a lot of shit.
Yeah.
Right.
Then it's those friends.
Them ones.
I don't know if we should talk about them, but
right.
They just taught me how to keep some money.
Yep.
You know what?
Like on some real shit. Like when you really down and you need to do something, they was like, "This is what you got to do." I know you ain't gonna like it, but you got to do it. Even this from not nothing like that, but it's like
selling that ass.
No, I wasn't selling them. Like we might be selling CDs.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
This
Just anything. Yeah.
Just hustling.
Shit. breaking your motherfucking video game down selling pieces or
Yeah,
something.
no, for real though. It is this is the hustle.
Yeah.
This is the grind. You know what I'm saying?
You.
Shit. Shit, I don't know names right now. I'm not gonna put no names on it, but so what they do? They influence me because the few that I do have, we're kind of like similar, like as far as being mother or wife or doing shit in the career that we chose to be in. But they basically a roundabout of just you can do it. Giving me different things to do when it comes to parenting as well, helping out in that aspect. It may be something as simple as they influencing helping with the dinner that I'm gonna make for the week or something, like something like that. Just being a home girl, whatever the case may be. That's how they has influenced my life, but that's all cool and dandy. So other influences, you had a question, babe?
No, you was finished. Was you finished?
Yes, I was done. You was about to say something?
I was.
Go ahead.
So, coming off of the same, what we talking about, do you feel like your friends, what would you say? Do you feel like they, Yeah, support you. I forget that whole word.
I was like, wait, what you trying to say? Do you feel like your friends support you?
I'm talking to you.
Oh, you asking?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were talking.
Man, honestly, I feel like some people, some friends support somewhat, but my biggest supporters will be people that I don't even know.
That's crazy.
That's true though.
And then I used to like see people talk about shit like that, and I'd be like, nigga, I don't understand
feel that way.
But you know what it is like a lot of times when people see you come from the same environment or the same shit you come from, and they just be like, nigga, they support you to a certain degree. But it's like when you reach a certain level, and they be like, all right, nigga, let me hold $1,000, nigga. Let me, you know what I'm saying?
Cause why? Cause why you begging off top when we both
like,
could have been here doing this?
Oh, like for real. And then it's like I seen some, and like I be trying not to reference like Instagram shit, but I seen something. It was like people with the biggest hearts attract like beggars, scammers, and shit like that. But it's just like now that I've reached a certain level of success, in this industry, like when I tell you, like people, everybody got a motive.
Yeah.
And it be fucked up because it just be like, dog, like nigga, I fuck with you, but it's just like, all right, what
so
you
now
want?
you know how you gotta put them in the category of.
You know what I'm saying?
So how do you wean that out? The ones who got a motive, because like, what if it's somebody who you feel like y'all done been, like you said, your friends that you done had, and y'all done grew up together, y'all done kind of raised each other, and then I don't know if this is specific to you, but how would you handle it then if it's not specific to you? But then y'all come up, and you are where you are now, and they here and there every now and again or whatever the case may be, and then now all of a sudden they get to their ulterior motives, like, okay, now you've been sticking around because of this, you've been checking on me because of that. How you handle that?
So pretty much, man, like how I'm doing everything is I'm giving everybody opportunities. Yeah. Like I'm big, like that's kind of like my word of the year, like opportunity, because I've been blessed, for people to give me an opportunity. Right. So I really like the whole key is you got to be prepared to take advantage of those opportunities. So I think like with a lot of people that I'm around, they're waiting for me to call them or whatever, and it's like, and that's why I'm constantly on Instagram or whatever. Like, hey, if you, and it's kind of my fault to a degree because I'm kind of promoting people. Like, I want people to come and talk to me because I don't want them to feel like, oh, this nigga, he acting Hollywood, funny, he do whatever. Like, nigga, I'm still the same Dewan that I was 10 to 15 years ago.
Right. So, what type of opportunities do you have for people?
So really, okay. So what I do, like this in general, so like I be making jokes about people. Is like I ain't fucking with you unless I check your credit score. Your credit score got to be a certain level. Because I see why banks and car dealerships. You know what I'm saying? They like, hold on, nigga, let me check your credit because that says a lot about who you are as a person. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then people, then I bring it up and they be like, oh, but they be like, dog, like you trying to find every excuse. So okay, so let's do this. Let's find what's bringing down your credit score, and let's do something to work towards that. Now, if you're showing initiative that you want to change, okay, I'll fuck with you. But if,
Yeah.
if I don't hear back from you, you mad because I even just
Asked you about it.
shot that out there. Okay, I ain't. That's how.
But that's some adult shit though.
No,
like,
that
for real
is.
though. Like, and it's something simple. I'm telling you, man. Like, hey, you tell a motherfucker, hey, bro, I want to do a movie. Whoop whoop. All right, man, pull up your credit card.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Or they be like, oh, bro, my phone just died.
Hey, like
baby
for real.
mama tripping.
You feel me? But
Right.
then it's like, nigga, I got all the sauce. If you want to help build your credit, man, I can throw you on my credit cards as an authorized user to build your credit up. I can help you get shit disputed.
Mm-hmm.
We can work out settlements, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
that's something I take pride in. Like even like with my nieces and nephews or whoever, like teenagers, start building their credit up
Yes.
now, so that way when they 18, they got an 800 credit score and they can do whatever the fuck they want to do.
Right.
They ain't gotta go to
Ask
Eastern
mama and daddy either.
and take some psychology classes and waste all that fucking money. They can start their own shit.
So was you taught that as a kid?
So actually, my mom kind of got me involved in the whole credit thing. Like my mom, when I was 16, she actually put me on her credit card.
Yeah.
So you know, like I growing up in the hood, most moms they put the DTE
In
bill
your, the
in
gas
your
in your
or
name.
the Comcast
Oh,
bill.
your
in
mama was
name and
opposite.
shit.
Shout out to your mama,
you know
okay?
What I'm saying, man? Yeah, for real, man. So like, my mom, she actually put us on as authorized users. So like, when I went to college and everything, I had a 700 credit score. You know what I'm saying? Like I was able to, because I was off into real estate investing
Yeah.
when I was young. Because my brothers, that's
Was
what
doing
they
it.
was doing.
Yeah.
And seeing back then, the real estate game was way different.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Than it is now. So like, nigga, I'm 18 years old. I got a 750 credit score. I can get whatever credit cards. Nigga, I had Escalades, Challenger, Chargers.
Doing
That's back when the
crazy.
Chargers first came out. But I was young and I fucked all that shit up. I filed for bankruptcy when I was 22 years old.
You ain't know no better.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, nigga, I'm just,
Wow.
buying, nigga, I had the, remember when the ESVs first came out?
Mhm.
I had the ESV, I had the EXT, the pickup truck version of the Escalade.
You ain't had to put no money down.
You know what I'm saying? No, like, nigga, you walking that bitch with a 700 credit score, they like, oh, nigga.
And you young?
They ain't asking no pay stubs
No.
or nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga,
you
I
barely got to do paperwork.
Yeah.
Just sign, hand sign.
For real, but see, and that was prior to that 2008 recession and
Yeah.
all that shit. Shit changed after that. Like, 'cause we was able to buy up cribs and do all type of stuff, and you know what I'm saying. But yeah, to answer your question, like my mom really put me in a position to have great credit. So I was teaching all my homeboys that shit back then. Like, hey,
Oh, okay.
you gotta get your credit straight, but ain't none of them want to do
Damn.
it. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
Bet they wish they did now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm sure they
you
wish
know,
they
like
did.
man, like just it's real shit, man. But it's like I said, to
Okay.
wean out those people, I ain't gonna lie, man. Now I'm like, hey, pull up your credit card, man. Shit. Let's
Ain't
see
nothing wrong with it.
Ain't nothing wrong with
'Cause
it.
It's just like, man, cause your credit score tells
So
you
what-
a lot about a motherfucker.
What's the score got to look like for you to fuck with them?
No, I mean, shit, really like the score.
He said if it look like you
I'm just,
trained.
it gotta be a score you look at. You be like,
No, what?
I can't fuck with you.
Right.
You know if you paying on things and all that, like that matter. You
Yeah,
ain't
so
touch
it
that
is
motherfucker.
like, like sometimes it's might score a 650 or whatever. It'd be like, all right,
Yeah.
you cool, whatever. If your shit like in the fours or the fives, you got all this shit, whatever. But it's like I said, even with that, as long as you're showing some type of initiative,
Okay.
to hey, I want to let's get this shit right, because
Yeah.
even if you ain't got $50,000 to put towards a movie,
Yeah.
Right.
nigga, let's focus on getting this credit right, so you can get $50,000 in
The
credit,
credit, yeah.
to put towards
Right.
XYZ.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because you can make that shit happen. So if you want me to put you on, but you can't even put forth the effort to write a letter to these credit bureaus or do this and do that, I can't fuck with you.
So that's what you do.
Well, I mean, I have done it for like people. You know what I'm saying? So if somebody need it, then shit, I'm here for it, and I don't charge nobody.
And didn't you say
Damn.
somebody got a movie they writing or trying to get it?
Yeah, and I'm
Hit your
telling you,
man's
and then even like with taking your personal credit.
Yeah.
And this is something that I learned, and like I'm gonna kind of go into my question. So it asks, what political party do you most identify with?
Mm-hmm.
Could you be with somebody with the opposite view? Why or why not? Right. So the reason why I wanted to read that card was because I learned something from Donald Trump, right?
Mhm.
Which is, he came in the Republican Party or whatever
Yeah.
the case. But I was actually sitting down with my attorney, and he was like, oh, whatever. Everybody talk about Donald Trump filing for bankruptcy or XYZ. Like, Donald Trump, the man, never filed for bankruptcy. His business did.
Mhm.
Right.
I'm like, what you
Because they're two different.
You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So
You can
then
do that.
Then
Yeah.
he started teaching me about the business credit. So it's like, don't ever fuck up your personal credit. 'Cause
Yeah.
At the time, this was when I was kind of going through the situation with a car. I had to shit in my personal name or whatever the case. So he like, don't ever fuck up your personal name. He said, because you build up your business credit, fuck that up,
Yeah.
take your personal
And fix it.
and build up another.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You
That's
see what I'm
facts.
saying? So it's just like just learning.
The more you
learning,
know.
You know what I'm saying? Is learning different shit. So even like I'm trying to get everybody personal credit straight. So then that
Yeah,
way,
when they do the
you
business.
got a couple LLCs. Use that personal credit to build your business credit, and then that way you can take your own money, shoot your own movie, or if you want to buy a house, an investment property, whatever the fuck you want to do.
Yeah.
You ain't gotta have $50,000 sitting there.
Right.
Nigga, you can get $50,000 in credit. And then like even like a lot of these credit cards, they come out the gates. First year is 0% APR.
Yeah.
Nigga, you got a whole year. Nigga, you got $20,000 on the credit card. You ain't gotta pay no interest on that shit. You know what I'm saying? But
Man.
only if you gonna do the right thing.
Yes,
with it.
you
Now,
gotta
if
do
you
the
gotta
right
go to
thing.
Somerset and
No,
do all that.
don't do that.
It's like, come on now. You know what I'm saying? But no, that's definitely something else that I'm really into, and what I'm trying to get all my people, because like if we got 10 people in the room that got great credit, great business credit, nigga, we can move mountains right now.
You're not even lying.
Right.
Now, how do people, secure funding for their projects or?
So really, like what I do, I've just used all my own money.
Okay.
So I've been working. I was telling y'all about my cable man
Yeah.
grind. So initially, when I started off, the first production I've ever done was with Dennis Reed. Was First Lady 3. That was my first ever production. I stacked some cheese up or whatever. He like, cause Dennis, he the type of person when you bring him something, he gonna call you out on your bullshit.
Yeah.
So as I told y'all about my situation with Moolah Films, when I got cut, I'm like, nigga, that never happened to me again. So like in my mind, I was already producer, the one on 4, right? So I'm telling everybody, yeah, I'm gonna shoot my own movie. Then it's like, nigga, you been saying that for a year now, nigga. You ain't shot no movie yet. I'm like, all right, nigga, I'm gonna show you. You know what I'm saying? Like Dennis like that though. Like
Yeah.
Dennis, nigga, you come around Dennis talking some bullshit, he gonna call you out. So Dennis called me out. So I'm like, all right, nigga, I came to the table with my couple dollars. Nigga, I'm ready. You know what I'm saying? So then we did First Lady 3. The second movie I did, and she First Lady 3 was my collaboration with Dennis.
Yeah.
So I went off and did my own thing with Tina and Laura.
Yes.
All my own money. I hired all my own people.
That's all you.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? There ain't no collaboration with nobody. So it's like I said, like really between Dennis Reed and Moolah Films, they really kind of gave me the motivation to take this shit to the next level. So yeah, but as far as funding, I fund all my own. Yeah. Because it's just kind of like, I got credit lines and stuff like that with banks and all that type of shit, but I rather just use my own money. I ain't got to pay no interest on it or whatever.
That's what's up.
Do it like that, but everybody else they get investors. There's a lot of different ways to skin the cat. You know what I'm saying? But to me, what I teach people is build up that business credit. Even if you got to get $4 or $5, $20,000 credit cards and shit, you shoot your movie on all credit cards. Yeah. If need be. Yeah. And make it do what it do.
Now you do a mentoring program, right? Where is the Anthony Taylor Foundation? How did that come about?
So the Anthony Taylor Foundation, it was founded when I was 16. One of my close friends that I discussed, he took a different route. Mm-hmm. And long story short, he was killed by an off-duty cop. He was, robbing an off-duty cop on 6 Mile in Oakfield. This is 2002. Mm-hmm. It was a situation that really kind of opened my eyes. It's like growing up, you kind of feel invincible. Yeah. You kind of think like, nigga, I ain't gonna ever get shot and killed, nigga. I'm whatever, you know what I'm saying? So like to see, my best friend at the time get killed, it really changed my life, and it changed a lot of people around me as well, because it was a really humbling experience. Yeah. Seeing him in the casket, know what I'm saying? Because it was like I said, like we felt like we was invincible.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like we didn't, I wasn't a bad kid, but like I did shit. You know what I'm saying? But I never felt like I was gonna die.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Until like you see your best friend laid in the casket. So anyway, I started a nonprofit organization in his name, and I really target a lot of at-risk youth. So as I mentioned earlier, my oldest son Wani, he's involved in a lot of sports and stuff like that. So what I do is I'm not necessarily a coach.
Yeah.
Cause I don't want to coach basketball or football, but I do want to coach kids in general about life.
Yeah.
Like I had a kid.
Coach.
Right, exactly. So I had a kid the other day. See, these kids, they just be talking crazy. He like, I had a coach shirt on. He like, you ain't no coach. He like, whatever. I said, son, I'm a life coach. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna teach you how to be successful at life.
Yeah.
I can't, I can coach football, but that's not what I'm
you
interested in doing. I'm more so interested in seeing you succeed off the field. You see what I'm saying? And he looked at me like, whatever, and he just went on.
He'll think about it later.
That's all he cared about is football right now, which is cool. You know, he a 9-year-old kid. Like, I don't expect him to care about his credit or him investing in the stock market or whatever. But I'm gonna stick around and I'm gonna be there for him.
Yeah.
In the long run
coach
to really
and
teach
show.
him.
Yeah.
About life.
So,
but yeah, so that's really kind of what I do with the Anthony Taylor Foundation. I just do a lot of events, really just kind of, mentoring the youth here in the city, and really kind of giving them the type of resources that I had growing up. I had a tremendous support group.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be here today without, my dad or, just people in the neighborhood or teachers or coaches or whatever. Like they really helped me out a lot.
Okay. So, how do you feel about other mentoring programs? Because I know some of them, they're for the kids, and some of them, they not.
Right. Yeah. I mean, and that's like a whole nother thing. Like I can go on a whole rant, because most of these orgs they're about money.
Yeah.
Right.
I know for sure.
And that's really what that's like the end and the beginning of it is like they just care about the money. And to me, and I speak out highly against them, whether it's on Facebook or whatever. And it's kind of like even in football and basketball, when it comes to the youth, they call me like the team dad. So like the team dad, they like, oh nigga, you just a team dad. They don't say it to me personally, but if you just look at what a motherfucker might post, I ain't listening to no team dad. If you ain't a coach or whatever, whoop whoop. And that's when I hit them niggas with the nigga. I'm a life coach.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like nigga, at the end of the day, what you doing, we appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? But you're still a volunteer.
Yeah.
You're not a real coach. If you're a real football coach, nigga, you'll go to a high school or a college and get paid. You don't get paid to. You don't. Let me say this. You don't officially get paid to coach these kids. Now niggas, they might do whatever they do, whatever. They ain't none of my business.
Yeah.
But you're still a volunteer, nigga. So don't try to act like you just riding on this high horse. You just, oh nigga, you a team dad. And it's like I said, and it's not never directed towards me.
Right.
It's just directed towards other team dads in general. But I do take offense to it. It's like, nigga, I don't have to coach my kid. Nigga, my kid is a dog. Yeah. So I don't have to be the coach for him to get playing time or for him to start on this team. Nigga, I can sit back in the stands and my son, he's gonna work.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Because of what I put into him. I don't have to be the head coach to, oh yeah, Wanda, you gonna be quarterback. You gonna do this. Like, nah, nigga, I'm gonna do whatever I need to do at the crib, and it's gonna show on the field. To where you gotta play him. If you don't play him, you're not gonna win the game. You see what I'm saying? So, and that's more so what I take pride in. So, nigga, you can try to downgrade team dads and all that type of shit if you want to, nigga. But I'm a life coach. You know what I'm saying? So if a nigga ever say something to me, I'm gonna tell him just like I told the kid, like nigga, I can coach you.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
You
like,
look too old now, but bring your kids to me.
Like, nigga, like straight up, like man, don't come in all that, but just kind of feed up to your point. Most of these youth programs, all they care about is the money.
Yeah.
That's it. That's just it, man.
Yeah, that brought me back to when I first did this, because I just remembered that's why I had opened it up, because I wanted to show kids how to do podcasting, taking pictures
and everything.
Bro.
And they sent me some 5-year-old kids.
Yeah, right. You see what I'm saying? Like, what I'm gonna do with this? But see, and this one thing that I do love about this movie industry is kids. They see me on TV. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of like when I talk to him, my word is a little bit more effective.
Yeah,
because
they see you on TV,
like
he's
oh,
a
damn,
celebrity.
You know, you know what I'm saying?
He's
so,
talking to me.
Right, so exactly. So I'm kind of using that platform to, school them on different things because it's great to be a great athlete and all that type of shit. I want you to be great at life.
A good person.
You see what I'm saying? So okay, it's cool. We gonna work the football shit or whatever, but we gonna slide in some credit stuff, some investing or whatever, because that's what I really stand on. Like the movie shit fun and everything is lucrative, but that's not who I am.
It's
You know
bigger
what I'm saying? I want to see you succeed at life.
How do you handle your mental health and keep it in check?
Shit, man. Like I ain't gonna lie, man. It's kind of like I'm getting older, so I'm 36 now, and I'm starting to see a lot of my people, a lot of my peers and friends go through mental health shit,
Mm-hmm.
and it's scary because I be like, damn, these niggas tripping, but then at the same time, I be like, how am I really doing? Because I feel good myself.
Yeah.
Like I'm like, nigga, I'm straight. Ain't nothing, you know what I'm saying?
Do the people around you agree with that?
Right.
Well, if they ain't saying
exactly,
okay.
but that's the whole thing. But I feel like a lot of people around me, maybe they would tell me if I'm tripping or not. But man, when it comes to mental health, like you really do need people around you to tell you, like, nah, dog, like you tripping. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got friends right now, like going through. He's a schizophrenic, paranoid, and stuff like that. And so like for myself, right now, shit, I feel good, but am I really good? Though?
Right. Are
like,
you masking something, or are you really
like,
good?
Yeah, like for real, and that's why a lot of times I do enjoy coming on podcasts, so I can kind of talk and
be free.
Whatever the case, you know what I'm saying?
And
because
educate the people in the process.
being married and being a father, it's only so much I can really talk to my wife about or my kids or whatever. So it's kind of like I kind of sacrifice my life for them. So it's like I can't really talk to them about shit that I'm going through.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Damn, I'm worried about XYZ or whatever. So it's kind of like, because to them, they like, nigga, like my kids think I'm super.
I was gonna say you're the one, gotta keep it
all
together. We bringing our problems to you, Dad. You can't give us your problems.
No, for real, because I had, one of my kids, man. He came over, he stayed. He asked me, he was like, "You all right? You good?" And I'm like, "Damn, like I haven't had nobody ask me that in forever."
Yeah.
And mind you, this is a 9-year-old kid. This
kids are really they
will
ask you.
Because I'm like, then eventually, when I was taking him home, I said, what made you ask me that? He said, because, you was yelling at Wani, and, I can just tell there's something wrong with you. I'm like, man, my kids ain't never asked me if I was good. My wife ain't never asked me. I'm like, that's the first time anybody's ever asked me.
How did that make you feel, though?
Man, it was shocking.
Yeah.
I'm like,
am I
what?
okay?
You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, and then when he started breaking it down, I'm like, okay. I'm like, no, I was just mad at Wani because y'all fucked up my garage.
Yeah.
Y'all was outside doing whatever, but still, it's the fact of having a 9-year-old kid ask me that.
Even cared enough.
Yeah, I'm like, wow, because my kids, they don't give a fuck. They don't.
Long as you alive, he alright.
Like, nigga, he like, I tell them no. I'm like, nah, I ain't got the money. What you mean you ain't got the money for that? What? You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, they don't.
My kids, my son be like, you can just order it. I was like, yeah, but you got to pay for it to be ordered. Yeah, but they just bring it. I'm like, you're not understanding. Or they be like, you're fine. Sorry, you're fine. You're not bleeding. You're okay.
My kids, they don't give a fuck. They just they think I can do anything. Like my Wani, he like, yeah, how come you ain't never go to the NBA? He said you could at least been on the bench or something. I'm like,
it be your own. No, it's really
I'm
your
glad,
own.
Glad you feel that way, but
it really be your own kids. They be like your supporters and your haters at the same time.
Duh, hey nigga, you could at least been on the bench or something, like son,
doing what?
Nigga, I was not that good, son. Like,
but thanks for the confidence, son.
Right.
Thanks for having your daddy back.
For real.
Kids are the funniest.
Yeah, my kids, man, they love me. But as far as the mental health, I don't know. I'm just taking it one day at a time and just hoping, nobody ever, pull me to the side like, man, you good? You've been tripping lately. So I think that's when it really started to hit you, because I think it's kind of hard for you to realize.
Yeah.
When you having your own mental shit going on.
Because you feel like, okay, I'm coping, I'm good. Maybe I need to just step out for 10 minutes and, come back and I'm good. But it's like, nah, man, you are fucking going crazy.
For real. Because I'm kind of starting to feel like that because I'm constantly moving. I got so much shit going on, and I'm not organized. I'm moving, doing this, doing that. It's like
that will make you.
Oh, for real,
man.
So I'm definitely mindful of that. Shit, maybe I need to start smoking weed or something. Something, man. Like, for real though, cause I don't smoke. I drink every now and then, but
I just let all that go.
Yeah, like shit. I just more so like I'm high off life. Seeing my kids and just being there for them is good enough for me right now.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Is there anybody out there in the world you like to work with? Anybody?
Man, like honestly, I kind of place myself in this Detroit independent film bubble. So it's just like I don't even watch Hollywood shit.
Right.
No. I ain't gonna lie. I watch 50 shit. I watch Indie Power, BMF, and then that's really it. Like, and I watch the NFL and NBA, college. But like other than that, when I tell you Tubi is on 24/7 in my household. I watch Lisa Brown, Dennis Reed, Moolah Films, Darren Brown. I watch Rocky. Shout out to Rocky. Who else? And that's why I wanted to take notes because I always fucking forget. Kamal Smith.
Kamal.
And that's
a bunch of it's a bunch in that community.
Yeah, so that's all I watch, and even people outside of Detroit.
Yeah.
But I do make sure I watch a lot of independent films because Hollywood, man, they got billionaires investing millions of dollars or whatever the fuck. They pushing out their own agenda or whatever. I rather sports minded putting out their own money.
Yeah.
And we right here in the same community. We all trying to make it. So when it comes to that, man, I'm straight up supporting. So anybody I want to work with, I haven't worked with Darren Brown yet.
Mm-hmm.
I've worked with damn near everybody else. And then Queen, what's Queen real name? She gonna kill. Renika.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I haven't worked with Renika, the Smiths, or Darren